Ladies and gentlemen, we couldn't have asked for anything better. But this, what a match that was. Sam Curran at his best. And on the other hand, everybody's heartbeat, whether it's the Englishman or the Indian, it was going from hair to hair and then again hair. We couldn't have asked for a better finish to this enthralling series. And to discuss all of it, I've of course been joined in with Monty Panesar. Monty 2-1 in favor of India, of course. But what a series!
Oh, it's been an absolute brilliant series, and it's been a series of ebbs and flows. At one point, you're thinking India have won this match, and they've won it quite handsomely. But this England team, they can bat deep, and we knew at the start of the series, India's bowling lineup wasn't at its strongest. So I guess they probably got the best exercise here playing against England, and they got to know a bit more about their bowlers under pressure.
Well, absolutely, Monty. Monty, I want to talk about so many things, but I will definitely start with the most important aspect, and that is Sam Curran. Where was he before this? I think he has proved his level best, that he belongs to this level, be it white ball cricket, be it red ball cricket. His place should be there in the side. He has performed exceptionally well, and I think that was nothing short of 100, nothing short of a win for England. Few words on him.
Yeah, he's been his highest score in one day was 15, and he's done really well, to get England so close to victory. And he's been one of them sort of players which, you haven't, does a bit with the ball, bit with the bat. Just does enough to stay in the team. But I think this innings has really kind of shown that they should show a bit more faith and try and keep him in this team. He should be part of that 11 rather than when a few players sit out, he kind of plays in the ODI games. They should find a regular spot for Sam Curran in this team.
Well, absolutely. Monty, I want to know that where was your heartbeat in 49th over? Because that over from Hardik Pandya, first it was Shardul Thakur who dropped the catch of Mark Wood, followed by the next delivery. It was Sam Curran on the strike. The ball went up in the air and Natarajan dropped it. And I think Englishmen were all excited that the cup is coming home. And then that over. So where was your heartbeat?
Well, I was very much with England all the way through. And I think they had a couple of Monty moments, the India team, and they dropped a few catches or didn't judge them very well, and it was entertaining. There's one thing we know for sure: India versus England, any game, anywhere. I think people love watching England versus India play.
Well, absolutely. And how happy would be IPL franchises seeing this performance from Hardik Pandya, seeing this performance from Rishabh Pant, seeing this performance on somebody like Sam Curran? Owen Morgan is not fit yet, but the way Ben Stokes has played, how happy would be IPL franchises?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what now, everyone's going to look forward to is the IPL franchises. That's what they want to watch now. The IPL starting very soon. Most of these players are going to be in the IPL, and all eyes on that now. So it's just great advertisement for cricket, and I'm sure people in England can't wait to watch the IPL and watch their favourite players in action.
Monty, now going into the analysis part, I really want to understand from somebody who has played so many games for England, what could have been a little different for England in this game so that they would have won the game? And at the same time, what different could India have done so that they did not have to take the game until the last over?
Well, I think England were in really good positions. I think apart from Ben Stokes' full toss that he got out to, which is a little bit unlucky. Liam Livingstone was a skillful bowling of slow ball. It was probably like, Moeen Ali was batting well, and then he just sort of, trying to hit the ball, up in the air and didn't quite hit that well. So that was, I think, was the turning point. I think England could have definitely been, in ascendancy because they know how to, keep batting and keep, chasing a total. I mean, even when they lost the likes of, Joss Butler and the top order, they still had that they were still, in the game. And I just thought that Sam Curran played unbelievably well. Probably his best innings he's ever played in his life, and he nearly got England over the line.
And what about India? What different could India have done so that they wouldn't have taken the innings till the last over? Because they were in the dominant position. It looked like that they can end this game in 43rd or 44th over.
Yeah, well, there was a couple of drop catches, and even the best fielders were dropping catches. So it was one of their nights where even the Indian fielders didn't do very well. But I think the real issue is the spinning. They don't really have a out and out spin bowler that could actually wrap up the innings for India, or even take the sort of low order wickets when India are in a dominant position. So I think that's going to be the issue, and that's what the IPL is going to be all about. This year's IPL is going to be about the Indian spinners. Whoever performs really well, I think they've got a chance to get into the T20 India international team.
Well, absolutely. That's a very big statement coming from Monty Panesar. So if you perform well, you can also get a chance to play in the T20 World Cup, which is scheduled to happen in India, of course. Now, I think it's time to look at the scorecard of this final one-day international between India and England. Of course, India batted first, 329 runs. They could not manage to play all 50 overs, and they could play only 48.2 overs. Rohit Sharma and Shikhar Dhawan started off the innings. It looked like that India may end up scoring somewhere between 350, 360, but the fall of Virat Kohli and KL Rahul eventually meant that they need a partnership, and the partnership came in form of Rishabh Pant and Hardik Pandya. 78 of 62 deliveries for Rishabh Pant, 64 of just 44 deliveries for Hardik Pandya. Shardul Thakur also showed what he is capable of with the willow, of course. 30 of 21 deliveries, 1 boundary and 3 massive sixes. And of course, Mark Wood was the pick of the bowlers. He came into the side as a replacement. And then, of course, just see that performance. 7 overs, 1 made in 34 runs and 3 wickets, of course, when you look at England's batting card. And I think you would be happy with the performances on the 6th. But just see that 7th performance by Sam Curran, 95 of 83 deliveries, 9 boundaries and 3 massive sixes. He deserved to take England home, but I think it was the grit of Bhuvneshwar Kumar, T. Nataraj, and of course Shardul Thakur, Hardik Pandya, who eventually helped India to win the game by 7 runs. Monty, a couple of things more that I want to discuss with you. The first and the foremost, Virat Kohli, the captain, and Rohit Sharma, the captain. I think we saw this in the 5th T20I as well. We saw this in the 4th T20 match as well. And we saw something today as well. Virat Kohli in the last overs, in the death overs, gave, I would say, the sight to Rohit Sharma, because Rohit Sharma was standing in 30-yard circle. He was directly in touch with what is happening, how is it happening. He was directly in touch with the bowlers as well, talking to them, and Virat Kohli was standing at long on. What could be different? Why the captaincy in the pressure conditions is always transferred to Rohit Sharma?
Yeah, well, I think Virat Kohli is probably thinking at some stage, he wants to give up the captaincy and pass it on to Rohit Sharma, when it's the right time. And plus, he's one of the best fielders, so he has to be in the crucial positions. And then that allows Rohit Sharma to do, the captaincy. So, it gives that chance for Rohit Sharma to see how he can, captain under pressure. While, Virat Kohli is such a tremendous fielder. Look at the, fantastic catch he took today at cover. So, during them sort of death overs, that's where you need Virat Kohli in key positions. So it's very difficult to captain the team from a long way, away. But, I think, you're beginning to see the signs that at some stage in the next couple of years, Virat Kohli will probably hand over the captaincy to Rohit Sharma.
Mohani, my last question to you. What are the takeaways for England? Because there are many.
Yeah, well, I think England have shown that even when, some of their, key batsmen, they lose at the top of the order, this team have the confidence to chase, any total at any given situation. So that's been a huge plus for them. I think Liam Livingstone's been a massive plus at number 6 batsman. David Malan, who's only in his 3rd ODI. I'm sure that we'll see more of him because there's the likes of, Joe Root possibly coming into the top 6 because they just need that bit more experience if they lose a few wickets. So that'll be an interesting to see how David Malan, develops in the next few series. So I think there's a few obviously spots up for grabs, but in general it's been absolutely a thrilling one-day series where I'm sure both the Indian and the England fans have thoroughly enjoyed.
Well, absolutely. I think everybody has thoroughly enjoyed. Problem of plenty, blessing in disguise is what I will sum up for the Englishmen. And I just want to say thank you so much, Monty Panesar, for being with us throughout Test cricket. Of course, T20Is and followed by One Day International. It has been a pleasure talking to you. You feel like it is home. Thank you so much for sharing all your thoughts. And I think it's my time to say that I'm very, very grateful to have a friend like you. And thank you so much, Monty Channel, as well, for being the media partner for India versus England series. We have thoroughly enjoyed covering this with you all. Thank you so much. See you very, very soon.
Thank you.